What's up YouTube, Dr. G819 here. Today I'm going to be showcasing one of the all-time greatest decks in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's been forgotten, but not by me. A lot of people do not play this deck anymore. I still love this deck, I still have it, and I played it at my locals, I top 8'd, and that's enough reason for some pro to pick it up and make it amazing. But today I'm going to showcase my deck that I top 8'd with. And of course I'm talking about Lightsworns. So without further ado, let's get started. And we're going to start with the monsters. So obviously you need 3 Judgment Dragons. This card is the boss monster. You need to have it at 3. You need to play it, and it's great. I mean, you get this off, you get the effect off, it's devastating for your opponent, and you're most likely going to win that game. The next card is BLS. This is become a staple in any Twilight deck, so I don't really need to explain, but it's great. You need 1 Honest, obviously. Now we're going to go into Lightsworns. 1 Gareth, 1 Celestia, 1 Aaron, 1 Wolf. A lot of people play 2 Wolves, or used to play 2 Wolves or 3 Wolves. I only play 1 because it gets cloggy, and it's hard to get rid of sometimes, and you never want to draw into your Wolf, so I only play 1. 1 Jane, excellent card. It's an out to Thunder King. You summon it, you attack over Thunder King, and they can't really do anything about it. So that's great. Then you play 2 Lumina. Lumina is like the greatest card, setup card in this deck. Basically, it mills for you. It also lets you special summon from your grave. Yeah, it's just great. You gotta play it at 2. 2 Raikou. Raikou is pretty staple in this deck. People sometimes just walk into it, and you get the mill cards. You get to destroy one of theirs. It's awesome. 2 Lila. You need to play 2 Lila. Some people play 3, which is good also. I don't have a 3rd one, that's why I don't play 3. It's dual functional because it not only lets you mill, it's also a 17 beater, and it also lets you destroy a trap or spell card. So, it could substitute for an MST, for example. And that's it for the Lightsworns. So next is the other cards, the dark cards, and the hand traps. So I played 3 Maxi, and the reason I played 3 Maxi was because I felt sometimes Lightsworn is forced to go minus in their hands, like Lumina Pitch, or even on a normal summon. Lightsworn sometimes tends to go minus, and that's not good. Or even bringing Plague back from the grave to use its effect. So I felt like Maxi would definitely help restore the balance in your hand, and also it helps stop some of the worst decks or worst matchups against this deck, and that would be windups. Windups devastate this deck because they can kill it so fast, and if you Maxi them and you're running Tragodia and Gores or whatever, you can just drop that, buy a turn, stall out, come back, and that's why Maxi is great. So I played it at 3. One Plague Spreader. Plague Spreader's nuts. It's the best tuner out there, still, in my opinion. Gives you 2 synchros, price of 1, and it's just amazing. I mean, you want to get this in your grave, you draw it, either way it's good. Then I played 2 Trag. I was thinking about playing 1 Gores and 1 Trag, and I kind of wish I did, but 2 Trag was good. I mean, it helped a lot. Anytime, I was in a bad spot or had like a dead hand with like 2 Judgments, like a Solar Recharge, Beckoning, and I had a Trag, like I knew I was okay for at least a couple turns. But yeah, it could have been a Gores also, but I ran 2 Trags. And then I play triple Necroguard now. This card is so good. Originally, when I saw the September 2012 ban list and I saw that Necroguard got bumped back to 3, I was so excited. Originally, I'd planned on selling my Lightsworn deck, and then I was like, no way, I gotta test it out at least. And the first couple of weeks, I was doing great. But once the meta, caught up and figured out what they needed to do, I was getting killed. But Necro Gardener at least made the deck viable again. So you gotta run 3. Then a new addition that you didn't see in the old Lightsworn variant was obviously Tour Guide. You run 2 Tour Guides and 1 Sandgan, and this is just great with this deck. I mean, it keeps it fast. You can go into that fast Zen mains to defend, stall out until you get your Lightsworns in the grave or get your draw engine going. You can also go Tour Guide into Levier and bring back your Plague and do like double synchro again, and that's pretty nutty also. But yeah, you need to play Tour Guide because it just makes the deck faster and helps you get through your deck and get to your other good cards. Now we're going to go to spells. So I play 1 Foolish. Foolish is multi-purpose. You can use it to mill the wolf, you can use it to set up a BLS play, you can use it to set up a Judgment Dragon play, so you need to play Foolish. Then I play obviously the Holy Trinity, Heavy Storm, Darkhold, Monster Reborn. That goes without saying. Play 2 MST. Some decks don't even play 1 because they play 3 Lila, but I feel like MST is very useful, especially against Macro Rabbit running around. Generally, Macro Rabbit players play two Macro Cosmos, and that really devastates your deck, so you got to get rid of those. So that's why you play a heavy, 2 MSCs, 2 Lilas, hopefully you draw into one of them and get rid of that Macro. And then the Lightsworn draw engine, 1 Charge Light Brigade, obvious, and 3 Solar Recharges to get rid of those Dead Wolves, Dead Celestias, or even just, draw into other cards and mill for Lightsworns. And then 2 traps, or Beckoning Lights, broken card. You need to play this card. Better than Monster Reincarnation. Yeah, it takes a turn to set up, but when it does, it's devastating. If you get this off, and you get the cards you need, most of the time it's going to be Judgment Dragon or BLS, or even Honest. You're going to win that game, so you need to run 2. Now I'm going to show you my extra deck. It's not that good because I didn't really know what to put in it at the time, but it worked out pretty well, I guess. So I'm going to show it to you. So I play 1 Giga Brilliant. It's a light. You can detach. It's a pretty good card, I think. I mean, they're scared of Honest, even if you summon this XYZ. 1 Zen Mains. It goes without saying. Great stall card. 1 Acid Golem. This is to get over like Red Eyes Darkness Metal or like those other big monsters that you can't really get over unless you summon this out. And then 1 Levier. Levier, like I said earlier, is pretty nutty with Plague. Bring back Plague and do your synchro plays again, so you need that. So I play 4 rank 3s. Then I play 2 rank 2s. The only thing I would think about putting in here is Shockmaster, because it's also a light, and also rank 4, it's not rank 2, sorry. It's also a light, and it's pretty good in this deck. I was testing it out after the tournament, the past week or so, and that's really good. But these 2 go without saying, Utopia and Photon Peplor Operative. And then now the Synchros, 1 Armory Arm. I'll probably get rid of this for Shockmaster because I never went into Armory Arm. I don't even know why I have it in here. And then 2 level 5s. Librarian and Catastor. You can make some pretty nutty plays with Librarian. Draw off like the summon of other Synchros with Plague, bring Plague back from the grave. Don't go minus using that combo, so that's a big deal. 2 level 6s, 1 Tempest Magician, 1 Iron Chain. Level 6, ever since they hit Brionac, not really sure what to put in level 6, especially in this deck. So Tempest Magician is pretty good. Plague with Lila. And then Iron Chain Dragon, it's 25 beater, that's it. Play 1 Black Rose, that's obvious. And then play 2 level 8s, 1 Stardust and 1 Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon is pretty good in this deck also. a lot of times, you have like an extra card left over, or like you want to pop, one of their boss monsters, bring on Snapdragon instead of Stardust. It's pretty good. And the last card is Mistworm. This card is like MVP, especially because you can go into it pretty easily. I mean, you have Lumina, pitch your Plague for Lila, Aaron, Gareth, Jane, whatever. Put a card back on top of your deck, bring back Plague, Synchro 9-star. You can bring this out, no problem. But yeah, that was my deck. I did have a side deck, but I broke it because I needed it for my other deck that I started playing after. But yeah, this is my Lightsworn deck plus extra deck. So let me know what you thought, and leave comments. Let me know, how I can improve it, how I can maybe make it tier 1, although I don't think that's possible. But this deck was awesome back in the day, still pretty good now. And yeah, just let me know what you think. Make sure to subscribe, check out my other videos, and like this one if you like it. If you don't, then don't like it. Honestly, any feedback is good for me. But I hope you liked it, and I hope you realize that Lightsworn is still amazing, and maybe you go to your locals and try it out. But anyways, thanks guys, and I'll talk to you later.